Hello and welcome to the 7th and final review in my special Spectrum Noir week here on Colour with Claire. Today I'm reviewing the Colorista Dark products, that's the black colouring pads and metallic pencils. If you haven't seen my previous Colorista video, I'd recommend you watch that because I show you all the other awesome colouring pads available. So to start with, let's have a look at the colouring pads themselves. I've only got a couple to show you today, but there are more in the range, including Victorian Steampunk and Moroccan Life. These two I have here are the Exquisite Florals and Under the Sea. So the pads are made from heavyweight black paper and they contain 16 pages in each 6x6 inch pad. There are other pad types available, like a bookmark shaped pad and this scalloped pad, which is ideal to use as tags in your craft projects or on gifts. So the fantastic thing about these pads is that you're not just colouring on black paper. They have a very special feature which allows you to stay within the lines no matter what medium you're using, whether that be pens, pencils or even paints. So as you can see, every single line of the designs have a shiny black coating, and that is called Thick Spot UV. Basically it's a varnish which is applied and then dried using ultraviolet light. It's this which provides a resist to your colouring materials, so no matter how slapdash you are with your colouring, you'll never have a rough finish and you'll always stay perfectly inside the lines. I'll be doing some demos for you in a moment with a couple of different things, but firstly I just want to show you the Colorista line of metallic pencils which were specifically made for these exact pads. So here they are, they come in 12 colours and each pencil has a metallic barrel indicating its colour and a black wooden core, so you can easily tell them apart from your other coloured pencils. They have the Spectrum Noir name stamped on the barrel and the colour name as well, so you can chart these out and pick out whichever colour you want really easily and quickly. Names include nickel, rose gold, mica and violet, so there's lots of different shades to choose from. These pencils are incredibly strong despite their deceptive appearance. They don't look like anything special, but they really are very strong. I haven't had a single breakage on them since I've been using them. So here's how all the colours look on white paper, and that's another thing that I really love about these pencils. They don't just look awesome on black paper and really muddy on white paper as a lot of metallic pencils do. They're really packed with dazzling pigment, so you get a vibrant result whatever you use them on. Hopefully you can see that in the light. So here's where they get extra special, of course, on black paper. They are so incredibly bright and shiny, and it really does provide an eye-catching contrast against the dark background. Hopefully you can see that. Yep. So the 12 premium quality pencils come in a metal storage tin and they're between $11 and $12.99 depending on where you get them from, so they don't break the bank either. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple of finished pieces that I completed with these metallic pencils. First of all, in this little tag set. This is one of the small Under the Sea tags I did, and as you can see, the effect, especially against that luxurious UV spot, spot UV, sorry, is really cool. I also did one from the larger pad, here we are, which again looks great. And I've just kept this part here blank so that I can show you in real time the pencils at work. So let's go for this pink. So I'm just going to colour very clumsily over these lines. I'm not even trying, I'm not even attempting to get in between those lines here. And as you can see, no pencil is clinging to the top of those lines or looking out of place or smudging at all. That thick spot UV completely resists the pigment of the pencil. So you just don't have to be careful, you can just be as imprecise as me and all is fine. So as you can see, I've coloured that really quickly and the black spot UV has completely not been affected. Forgot the word I was looking for there. Resisted. Okay. So these pads don't just work with metallic pencils. You can use lots of other mediums on them to produce a really bold effect, like normal coloured pencils, for example. So here I used Prismacolor pencils, and as you can see, they show up really well and they look super vibrant. Make sure you can see that. There we go. So in this book, I actually used Jelly Roll, the Moonlight range of gel pens, to colour this flower. And you can see it's just incredibly bright. And again, we don't have to worry about these pens going out of the lines at all. I'll just do a quick demo so you can see immediately how really bold and bright and vibrant these colours are against the black spot UV and the black paper. These pens are especially good actually to use with these pads because it's always nice to have matte against the gloss of the UV lines, and these pencils do dry very matte. They're not shiny at all like the glaze range, so it does give that bit of contrast, and that's why I really like using these pencils as well. And as I say, it is very, very thick paper, so you don't have to worry about anything going underneath or onto the next page. So that is the Jelly Roll pens. Now I also used paints on this paper because I really wanted to chuck everything at it and test the limits of what you can do, as I suppose people generally think that you can only use metallics or neons on black paper, but that is not the case. So let's get to the one I've already started. And I used Fine Tech paints to create these highly sparkly flowers, and the spot UV really didn't let me down because it did resist absolutely everything I put on it. So if you're a bit clumsy with paints, or paintbrush rather, you know, you can use them on this and you know that you're going to be covered by that resist UV spot. So I'm going to show you how I do this just so you can see it in real time. These are the Fine Tech paints, and I'm going to get some water on my paintbrush and just dot a little bit of water over them because that activates them. And then I'm going to try and zoom in on the camera a little bit so you can see exactly how much of a resist you get and how little carefulness you have to use, if that's a word. Okay, let's see if I can zoom in. Paintbrush and water at the ready. I'm going to pick up some paint. So we have our primed brush, and then we're going to go over this leaf, and I'll just show you exactly how amazing the resist is on this black spot UV. So I'm colouring over the leaf without trying to get into the separate sections of the leaf at all. I'm just going straight over all the lines, and as you can see, that black spot UV has completely resisted the paints altogether. So really it provides a very, very quick, very simple, completely skill-less way of painting or even colouring, whichever you're doing, and you don't have to be precise whatsoever. So it's absolutely incredible. I've never seen anything like this on colouring books before. So Spectrum Noir have really created something that I think colourists are going to be really pleased with, especially if you're as clumsy as I am. So just as a little extra, let's do these leaves here, and I'm going to do them in pink because why not? Let's make sure we've got lots of nice paint on our brush, and again colouring straight over the entire leaf. Gone into the blue there, that was my fault, and you'll see again that resist. So if you find that maybe you've put a bit too much water on your brush and the paint is actually sitting on top of the UV, just give it a couple of seconds and that resist will start to work. It will push the paint off the lines, so it literally will not take any paint on that line whatsoever. So it's absolutely wonderful, and I just want you to see just how glittery and shiny these paints are. So this is underneath the light obviously, but you can just see that lovely glitter. So it works with paints, it works with pencils, it works with pens, it works with absolutely anything you can think of, glitter gel pens, whatever. So I really, really hope you've enjoyed looking at this review of the Colorista Dark products. So the pads themselves sell for $6.99, and the tags, wherever they've gone, they're up here, they're $4.99. So I think that's a great deal because you actually get 32 tags in these, so you're going to get lots and lots of use out of it. So one more little thing that you can do if you are a scrapbooker or a card maker or a crafter is once you've coloured these little squares in, you can use a punch or something like that to create different embellishments and things that you can use on your cards. So I have this punch with a bow and a tag shape on it, and what you can do is, I'm just going to remove this actually for ease. Very, very thick card, very thick. Hopefully it will still go through our punch. So I'm going to line it up, this flower here, on this tag, and then turn it around, press our punch down. We've also got a bow as well, but that's fine. We can always colour that after. Open up the punch, and here you'll see we've got this beautiful little tag, which you could use, as I say, on your mini albums or on your card making, anything like that, your scrapbooking. So if you're wondering what you can do with these after you've coloured them, you can make all little things like this, and it really is endless possibilities of what you can do. So I really hope you've enjoyed looking at the Colorista Dark range, and all the links to buy are going to be in the description below, as usual. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon on Colour with Claire.